In a vast and prosperous kingdom, King Sultan Ilyas is known for his wisdom, fairness, and devotion to his people. His daughter, Princess Zoya, is the pride of the kingdom, admired for her beauty, intelligence, and kindness. Many noble princes and wealthy suitors from neighboring lands seek her hand in marriage, hoping to form an alliance with the mighty king. However, despite receiving countless proposals, the king remains undecided, waiting for a sign or the right moment to choose the best match for his beloved daughter. One night, as the king sleeps, he has a strange and vivid dream. A powerful divine voice speaks to him, revealing that his daughter's fate is not with the noblemen and princes who seek her hand, but with a poor beggar. The voice warns that only by marrying her to this man will the kingdom be saved from an impending disaster. The dream feels so real that the king wakes up in a state of deep confusion. He struggles to make sense of it, dismissing it as an illusion of the mind. However, an unsettling feeling lingers, making him question whether it was merely a dream or a true message from fate. Realizing that the dream was a warning, the king orders his guards and advisors to search for the beggar described in his vision. After days of searching, they find a humble fakir named Rafiq, a man who lives in simplicity at the outskirts of the city. When the king summons him to the palace, the courtiers and ministers are shocked by his ragged appearance and question the king's decision. However, the king remains firm in his belief that destiny has chosen Rafiq for Princess Zoya. Despite the disbelief of the royal court and the murmurs of the people, the king announces the marriage of his daughter to the fakir. Princess Zoya, though initially bewildered, trusts her father's wisdom and agrees to the union without protest. On the day of the wedding, the grand palace is filled with tension, as nobles and guests struggle to comprehend why a princess of such high stature is being married to a mere beggar. Yet, as the vows are exchanged, an air of mystery and fate surrounds the ceremony, leaving everyone to wonder if there is a greater purpose behind the king's extraordinary decision. After the marriage, an unexpected change sweeps through the kingdom. The once failing crops begin to flourish, trade prospers, and peace is restored among the people. The unrest that had gripped the land disappears, and the king realizes that his decision was indeed guided by fate. Meanwhile, Princess Zoya begins her new life with fakir Rafiq, moving from the luxuries of the palace to a modest and humble existence. At first, she struggles to adjust, questioning how she, a princess, could live such a simple life. But as time passes, she starts to see a different kind of wealth in Rafiq's wisdom. He is not just a beggar, but a man of deep knowledge and spiritual insight. Through his teachings, Zoya learns the true meaning of humility, patience, and inner peace. She begins to admire his wisdom, realizing that happiness and contentment do not come from riches, but from understanding life's deeper truths. The transformation is not just hers. Through her journey, the entire kingdom witnesses the power of fate and the wisdom hidden in unexpected places. One day, as Zoya and Rafiq sit beneath an ancient tree discussing life and fate, Rafiq reveals a long-hidden truth about himself. He was not always a fakir. He was once a prince, born into royalty just like her. However, due to a curse placed upon him by a powerful sage, he was stripped of his wealth, title, and identity, destined to wander as a beggar until he found true love, someone who would accept him for his soul rather than his status. Only then would the curse be lifted. Zoya is stunned by this revelation, realizing that fate had woven their paths together in ways she could have never imagined. As Rafiq speaks, a sudden gust of wind sweeps through the air, and in that moment, his appearance begins to change. His worn-out robes fade into regal attire. His tired face glows with a newfound radiance, and the aura of a true prince surrounds him once more. The curse has been broken. Word of this miracle spreads across the kingdom, reaching the king, who is overcome with both joy and awe. He welcomes Rafik back not as a fakir, but as his rightful son-in-law, a man worthy of ruling the kingdom. The once skeptical ministers and nobles now bow before him, realizing the depth of the king's wisdom and the mysterious ways of destiny. With the curse lifted and Rafik restored to his true identity, the kingdom rejoices in the realization that fate had always been guiding their path. King Sultan Ilyas, once doubted for his decision, is now praised for his wisdom and trust in the divine message. Princess Zoya, who once lived in the comforts of the palace, now understands the true meaning of life beyond wealth and status. She stands beside Rafik, not just as a queen, but as a woman who has grown through patience, love, and wisdom. As time passes, Rafik and Zoya rule the kingdom with justice and compassion, carrying forward the lessons they have learned. The people, once skeptical of their union, now see it as a story of fate, faith, and the hidden wisdom behind life's unexpected turns. The king's decision, which once seemed questionable, proves to be the greatest blessing for both his daughter and the kingdom. And so, their story lives on, a tale of how destiny works in mysterious ways, rewarding those who trust its course.